I can talk as much as I want with Captain during this next time. You'll see. Bill and I. It's not a bad move, Bill. Thanks, Bill. I've seen many situations where people have been in your scenario and have choked it away. Yeah. Because they were careless. Yes, sir. It's one of the rock specialties, George. Even I will never know how we got. Don't even start with me, Donald. But I will. You understand the story. This is exactly why you three will never get first place like this. What did you say? All you do is talk, talk, and talk. It's better than hiding. You'll be taking place from any of you back this fall. Are you watching me right now, Bill? Damn it. I'm going to take my best. All right, enough is enough. I'm popping off this turn. I'm curious as to how you will approach this, Bill. Well, I can fill you in on what I plan on doing. Go for it. You got to eliminate me. Tim, why would you do that to my bestie? I hate everything. You have no loyalty to your friend. George, shut up. What? What the hell is going on? What did you say to me? Don't you dare talk to me like that. Excuse me? When you were being super messed up to us as you were going through it, I helped support you when Barack and you were being toxic. I was there for support if you and Barack needed it. When Donald was being aggressive towards Bill, I was still there for support if Bill and Donald needed it. All I've ever done in this group is be there for my friends and support. What this group has become is just super toxic. Bestie this, bestie that. Meat riding this, meat riding that. I'm over it. I'll just finish this game off and then leave after that, excluding Bill. You three have a lot of things that need to be addressed. I can't take it anymore. I honestly don't know what to say right now, Joe. I'm tired of the loss of this too. Yeah, let's just finish this game up. I'll make sure that happens, Joe. Thanks, Bill. GG, though. You definitely played a smart game, to say the least. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn now. The most I can do is interrupt the European position and after the bonuses. I guess I'm wondering if it'll be enough to stop Joe. I don't know about that one, Barack. Why? Joe does have 5 cards, so he'll probably get a troop bonus as well next turn. Is there a continent you're going to prioritize fortifying doing? I'm not sure. Maybe North America or something? Now that you mentioned it, Donald, I'm not really sure if you think I'm yeah, I think it's kind of game before we play so much to the point where we know that this is probably just going to be a slow season. Don't count anyone out until the game is actually over. Yeah, that's true. Race that's in capacity to pass. I wish for the path that the George would be able to figure out a way to
Oh, hell yeah, I'll take everyday problems, boy.
Getting control of the African continent, take over the South America. That seems like a fair strategy. That's pretty good. Over I get a trip bonus for my profit. I'm not even sure when you're going to go, though. It's looking a little tough to be sure. Like I said, anything is possible. I don't want to impact anyone's decision. What's up, Bill? But I'm noticing something that some people may not catch on to. I think if that's adjusted, it could make a difference. Now you really got me thinking that it's something I need to do. Good luck on your turn, George. I'm very curious to see how you approach this when your back is up against the wall. Okay, so you got 10 troops in your trade, huh? I was thinking about putting my troops in the Middle East so I could interrupt Africa and South America continent bonus. Okay, this is an interesting strategy. The amount of jokes I can make with George investing troops in the Middle East never gets old. Now's not the time, Donald. That's my bad. Once I finish attacking South America, I'll probably transfer those troops over to Greenland. Are you sure about that, though, George? I can't really think of anything else. Personally, I wouldn't keep my troops like that when you're surrounded by your territories with just one troop. But you do you. Yeah, that's what I was talking about here. We'll see if it works out for you. I should have territory for the house and troops and so on. I should have put my troops elsewhere. To be honest, what's up, Bill? I'm not sure if that would have made a difference for me. But who knows, I guess. Yeah, you're probably right on that. Bill had the advantage the whole game and it's finally set. So we're just going to do the final turn. It could be unless I lose a lot of troops back in the ring. We'll see. Sure.
Yeah, just 2 young guys, okay? The future.
I just want to say that you played a solid game. You dealt with me, Donald, and far along and came out on top. That's impressive regardless of how anyone wants to look. Thanks for that, Bill. I appreciate it. Yeah, the real George. You have a lot of resilience to show throughout the match. Thanks for that, Barack. You're welcome to be down here. As long as you could. If I'm being honest, I never thought you had a chance against Joe, but you definitely survived off of this one. Nice. Well, I guess it turns out George will have one last season. Not like it's going to matter, but I'm just going to say it ahead of time, Joe. GG, Joe. Good game, Joe. You played it super smart and made sure you had the right amount of troops before pushing out. Great gameplay from you. I just want to make a couple of things known before I go. Go for it, Joe. We're all good. I'm all for competitive gaming. I'm all for fan stuff. But what I'm not for is excessive toxicity. What I'm not for is constant drama. We've already gone through a lot as a group. And it got to a point for me where playing games with you guys just did not become fun anymore. The whole point of playing a game is to have fun. If you guys don't feel like how I do, this is it. And I'm fine with that. But if you guys do truly understand where I'm coming from and really reflect on the things that you said, I hope the group can do that. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I just had. I didn't like how I was listening to it. I didn't like how I was treated. And I feel like for me, I did everything I could to support everyone throughout their own talent and faith. That's all I can. And I just want to say right now that everybody's struggling with this deal. Same here. Same here. I know it might not be appropriate to ask, but what is it for us? If you know if they have any interest in coming back to play with them. And then they're thinking, no, I don't have an interest in playing with you guys. That being said, I have to go. Peace out, guys. Yeah, it's not just on you, Barack. I messed up badly, too. I haven't been a good friend to Dennis. It's mainly my fault. Keep your heads up, guys. Let's just continue to better ourselves as we do it. And let the rest take care of themselves, okay? Yeah, yes, I'll take you better with it. Peace out, guys. Bye. Have a good night, guys.
C'est ça le temps et que la musique leur dit.
All right, Calgary, we are back, and it's time to start up our Year 5 season simulation with your Calgary Flames. And I'm very excited about this year. We're live streaming right now on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Kick. Oh my God, I'm stuttering to start the video. But we have a huge Year 5 with player development. That's what the fans want. That's what the fans are going to get. So we've already talked about line changes here for year number 5. And everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on Kick, the scouts, they want the youth movement here in Calgary. So I will say this, after losing in the first round last year in a 4-game sweep, I can't have that same thing happen again, where we play our older players, we don't develop our young guns just to lose in the first round. So I am willing to have this season not go our way. If we miss the playoffs, we still have our first rounder. I'm going to try to make the playoffs without question, but I am getting ice time to our younger players. And it actually might go pretty well. The chemistry on this team is very nice. First line, Jonathan Huberdeau, Brady Years, and T. Shigilla. Jonathan Huberdeau still has that 97 passing rating, right? So I'm hoping that he can set up both Brady and Teams, and hopefully these two guys together can get some offense going. I mean, Teams got a 93 offensive awareness. And also, read your comments, you guys were saying that, Johnny, the off-season boosts that you put into development actually don't show up until you get to the regular season. So we're still in preseason. So I actually might have Brady and the team in the shot a little bit better. We'll see if the overall gets any kind of bump. Now, Avery freaking Facts. You guys want to play him. The fans are saying, John, you can't put him on the fourth line. We can't play his AHL. We can only go back to the CHL, back to junior. We're going to play him on the second line because with that freaking second X factor, he allowed my second line to also have a +5. So we'll see what the +5 looks like for that line if they're actually producing. Third line, I'm going with Andrew Bash. He just goes to an 84. I thought he was just an 83. What? Got Curtis Foodens and Gabe Perreault. Now, Gabe Perreault is pushed down the third line. I picked this guy up along with Classic in 3-8-3. I can't have that. So, Gabe Perreault, we're going to start him off on the third line with Basha and Foodens. And then Jake Neighbors, Connor Zeri, and Matt Coronado. I can already feel your criticism. Johnny, trade these guys. They're on the fourth line. Listen, I'm still going for a Stanley Cup. We have incredible depth. And until I have to start paying guys like Bass and Gibla and Years and Cap getting out of control, I might as well have some studs on the fourth line. If I have any injuries, regular season or playoffs, I have the replacements, right? So that is what I'm doing. On the bench, we have Jason Dickinson and Sean Monahan, and there is your forward core. So I'm hoping for a big season with Teague and Brady. And remember, our new head coach is both the power play and 5-5 offense. With the chemistry, I'm hoping that that's what it takes, man. Defensively, Alex Vlasic, who we acquired from Chicago, he gets a +5 alongside Caleb McCarr. Now, McCarr, he won the Norris last year, had an unbelievable season, and then stumbled into the playoffs, refused to get a 1-3 in a 4-game sweep. That cannot happen again. So, Caleb, all eyes on you this season. You've got to help develop the younger players, and if we get to the playoffs, I need something better than that one. Jimmy Hardy's an 85. Devitt's an 85. Jimmy Hardy turned into a nice little player. We got him all the way back to year one, trading Rasmus Anderson. And look at him now. I can trust this guy. Power play, Henry Hill, 5v5. You got Hughes and Kevin Ball, offensive defenseman with a defensive defenseman. And I got Arthur Shaka, fans one of the tough guy up here. He's got some X factors. He can play the left and the right side. So why not do it? Power play, now here's where it gets fun, right? We have the +5, let me just show you the visual once again. +5 for the first two lines of the forward core. +5 on the first line for the defense core. +5 on the first and second line for power play, right? So, chemistry lines, we are clicking on this team. And this is where Gabe Burrow's going to get a chance in the first line power play. He's getting third line ice time. But again, to get some points with these guys, I need this line to go off, man. I do. Second line power play. Cole Silly, Ethan Belichick. A fast action Avery gives us that +5 on the second line power play. So I got to play him. He's getting ice time, everybody. He is getting that ice time. Penalty kill, +5 with Cole Silly, Curtis Mouton. Blasting now on that penalty kill helps out with another plus, right? That is massive. So that was a great trade acquisition. Second line, Zeri and Neighbors. I could use some depth center now on this team because I'm playing the young guys. And Basha is even playing third line center role, and Zeri is playing fourth line center. So I'm picking up my great face-off winners. But like I said, this is the development here. This is what you guys want. Brennan, penalty kills, moves like that. Extra lines, we don't need to go through all that. It's basically identical to the 5v5 lines. And Dustin Wolf, as the season, I'm going to tell him to go for it, man. When it comes to our AHL, I don't have anybody who is scratched, so everyone is getting ice time. There's Joe McKinnon with a -3. Did I move on Joe a little bit? Move Joe to the first line with Houseman and Lombardi. Oh my God, my captain is back. If you can go up on the first line, how about develop Joe McKinnon? Just our former captain. He's not a captain anymore. That belongs to Caleb McCarr. This guy has been just thrown to the AHL third line. Just retired already. Holy crap, man. I wish I could have conversations with the players about retirement. I think it'd be best in your best interest to retire right now, Tony. Who the hell would want you? Bottom six forward. The minor story. He's a minor leaguer now. He's still getting. That's still hasn't retired. So there's the NHL. There is the AHL. I wanted to give you guys some information around the league as well. So let me just go to player search. Show you guys who the best players in the NHL are. Doesn't matter if it's forward, doesn't matter if it's an defenseman. Sold by overall, Ron McCabe, at 32 years of age, is still the best player in this universe. But we have number 2, the best defenseman and the second best player, 97. I got to tell Dale McCarter who's in Norris again. Holy crap, that was a nice boost. We have Draisaitl, Louis Hughes, Austin Matthews, Brady Point, Alexander Barkov, right? So we haven't really had the changeover yet. There's Bedard. I don't know where Celebrini is. The older guys are still dominating here in the NHL. We take a look at goaltenders. What do we got here? Shesterkin at 93. Fowler at 92. Holy shit, Montreal. You got your guy, Jacob Fowler. All right. And then Dustin Wolf at 91. So I got the second best player in the NHL. I got the best defenseman, and I got the third best goalie with some depth. I understand. We want that forward stud. And I'm waiting to get it. But we need to have our young guys develop a move, right?
Predators want to trade for Pitt. Good, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
If it's already happened in New York.
Preseason goals. I'm using power of video editing with that. But we also want to take a look. Hang on a second. Where's that player? There it is. We want to take a look at Avery Fast, our newest acquisition, right? Anytime we get a young player, a new guy in the lineup, always want to take a look. We can edit the equipment, edit the celebration, all that good stuff for an overtime win or something. And there he is. Number 91, Avery Fast. Let me take a look without the helmet on. Does he have straight blonde hair? Oh my goodness, look at that view. Fast action Avery, the grinder. All right, so we're playing him on the second line. He's got penalty kill time. He's got power play time. I'm hoping that this guy can become Rhino Curry Murray 2.0. I mean, just having immediately right to the frame, the fact that he has sent it, a playmaking X factor, brings so much chemistry together on this team is unbelievable. So we're going to try to develop fast action Avery, right? And we're also going to set out a bunch of challenges before the year. Now, I'll handle this on my own, but say for somebody like Cameron Carr, give him the season goal of long-term award challenge. I could go for the heart. No, go for the numbers again. Get that defensive awareness up even further. 99, man. All right, so I will take care of this with all the scouts. I'll work with you. All right, so we are done preseason. We've already had the coaching conversation. The fans want to take a look at some other teams. Gavin McKenna and the Anaheim Ducks. How this team is still getting good traffic, I will never know. I think it has a lot to do with the coaches, man. It doesn't matter how good of a lineup you have. If that coach is not good, look at that 91 overall defenseman and then you've got Jackson LeBone 89, McTavish 90, Carlson 88, Gauthier 89, and McKenna. They should be a top team in the West. We had a request to take a look at the San Jose Sharks and all these younger players. This could be another good team, although their blue line's a little bit weak. The defending Stanley Cup champion Toronto Maple Leafs. There you go, Austin. You want a gold medal, you want a Stanley Cup. They still got Knives, Matthews, and Nylander together. It's 2029. Oh, that's real life. I'm going to come off. They still got Domi over there. They still got Magelli over there. They still got Brendan Carlo over there. Get off the team! They did it! They finally did it! Matthew Schaefer is on the first line for the New York Islanders. It just took 5 years, but he's finally up there. They got Olsen, they got Clutterbuck. Remember, these guys were the ones that they drafted in years 1 and 2. Mike Schaefer is up there. This is just not right. X factors are way too heavily weighted, man. The guy is 23 years of age. Saint Ferrag, 88 overall. Take a look at those numbers, man. Oh, how many games did he play last year? He played 82 games with it last year. He had 36 points, a plus 12. Did they make the playoffs? 2029 they did. He had -3. What, you're going to scratch him? You're going to scratch him to start the year. Put that in perspective. You guys want to take a look at the blue line. All right, Josh Morrissey and Brent Schneider. Okay. Neil Peon at 34. The offensive defenseman you're going to go with. 3. Stanley Peak and no 88 overall. X factors way too much. Well, he's not getting scratched right now. He's got an X factor, but they got him on that Matthew Schaefer, what's it called, development strategy. Landon on third line, man. You guys wanted me to say, well, there's no saving that. He's actually getting a chance to play. What about the forward? Haggins, they got the 81 overall Miles Padres at first liner. Instead of your second line. Month 3 out of Canada, yes, they still have all their players, Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Caulfield, Bennington, is stuck on that second line. The 23, 28, 30, 25. It's still a relatively young team here. We're in the year 2029. Justin Drouin is back on the team. Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson on the team as well. Defensively, Link Hudson, Dobson, Gooley, Roper, Reinbacher. Oh, yeah, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I don't even know who this guy is, but he's not bad. And Goldson, I mean, if they had that in real life right now, goalie with that team, a 92, watch out for Montreal. And last but not least, the team that eliminated us in 4 games, a 4-game sweep in the Battle of Alberta. They're just not dropping off. Anthony Davis is still as good. He's 32. He's not going anywhere. Drysdale with 33. Still got that franchise. And to worry about these guys, dude, just dropping off a little bit. I mean, they don't look great, but those 2 guys up front, and also Evan Bouchard, can't forget about that guy. When you have the superstars, you get it done. And they still got Stu Skinner. And there he is. Number 91, Avery Fast. Let me take a look without the helmet on. Does he have straight blonde hair? Oh my goodness, look at that view. Fast action 8. Pearson, Wenberg, and Sherwood, the starting mix for the San Jose Sharks. And the Sabres slow boys. Consumer, Wood, and McLeod, and we're underway. Marcus played up towards center and a roll
Wentworth slid with a Kirishad. Kirishad draws back Leroy. The Sabres looking to not play. Steinberg Reeves gets the center of the play. Sabres in the 2-1 quick shot. But here he gets it back to him. And the next guy on the 2-1, and he goes down. Tries to take that bottom lever away. But a perfect pass by Tucker. Quinn just keeps going to the net. The goaltender's coming across. He's trying to reach, but he's got to come across quick. And Jack Quinn, no mistake. Right up underneath the bar. Quinn got 12 shots on goal over his last 4 games coming into this one. They scored for the season tonight. Don't be for long. Looks out of the reach and on stuck as he was trying to put up Sanderson. Good movement on Blackie and Donley. Let's shoot. So come accustomed to seeing this in front of the net. He does a nice job. Nobody even protects him out there. And it is laid in there perfectly for him. He's able to pick that on about 4.5, 5 feet off the ground. And boom, straight down to the ice. Through the 5 hole, looks like the look at his dog. Just knows he's there. Big triple execution for the Eric Max, and for some great scores. You can't afford to do that against the Sabres now. They're 2-0 tied half. It's 2-1, 7:06 to go in the opening period. Sabres are doing such a good job of getting into the zone, and then just got a little sloppy here. And you see everything kind of big in the zone. There's only 3 guys left in the zone here for the Sabres. Stark tries that one across the ice. It's not a perfect pass. It's a front of Bowen Byron. Then they'll be able to pick it off for a quick pass back down. And so really right there on the back end, but really underneath the arm of the body. He's awesome. He's awesome. We did hit that 5 points. That's just Stanley. Go up in the bucket. Logan Stanley is going to step in. He has fenced the six. Publicizes. Stanley. Gets back up for the knee. Stanley. And he works out the history for the previous 2 weeks. Off the big stuff they knew they were talking right there. And he's got his stuff off and ready to go. He's about to go for set ice. It's 2 pretty good guys here. Stanley in his first game here at the Sabres gets him a good one there, but you like to see, and that's the guy beginning to see him. He's going to break for the Sabres. They did what they needed. They needed on the back end, and he's the guy again that's going to break. Right now, the Sabres need to defend this rush by Simmons. They get some more to the game. 4-2 to go in the opening. Gary Buffalo 2-1. They don't get by the outside. The Sabres say, hey, we're ready for it. But some of the Sabres is good. The former Lightning player. Now he's starting to the top. With the game some horse. Trying to free him there. Again, from the outside. They're trying to bring it. And this might be an absolute job. It's amazing how people are building weakness, man. I was just going to say, remember there was a time when this wasn't really part of the game anymore. No, turn the ball over way too much there. That 31 on. Got to clean that up. All right, here we go. Buffalo from right side of the attack with the blocker right now. Shot from point off the end wall. I can't run back there right. Long into post. The puck is lifted up over the center. It's down. And the Sabres are 3-1, 15-1, remaining second period of the season. And everyone has been awesome. And this one you can add it to the pile because 3-1 everybody here. It's taking put that. Gets that puck through his legs and he's done with so much speed. But he doesn't stop moving. See his feet as he moves. That's where the puck gets back in the knee. And that's where you can get the separation. Then he's one-on-one with the goaltender.
And no mistake right there. Back across the green club side. And so far, some point boards. They're about 18 on the second period. Couple of three. Win. With the power of the line. There's one of the side. And it's all going to be some counter. The Sabres. Second period. This year, they're top given here. Yeah, good down the way, started his arm, his thinking, focus, presenting the clock, the crowd, down the other circle. The foul play around, sends the shot, putting up the far side. And once again, Tucker right on the spot, able to tap that shot in. Puck gets through the goaltender. The shot was winning, great shot, puts it in the right spot. He likes to stand above the blue line. See that? Awesome. He's out there for a minute 24. But that'll go to the bench. Starts up from behind that 32-second slow period. Shot off the bottom. What a shot down. So the far circle is shot. Let's through it. And it's a 4-2 hockey game with 30.7 seconds left in the second period. From the season here. Once again, Santa very good control. They get the feet moving in the zone. Three inches and now they're gonna good better than almost big pounds like over the far diamond. We got drawn over the left side of the screen there, and keep your son on the stage rear on the far side. Sure, with them there. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Voll kriminell Datentext. Daten. Kanal We're holding Tennessee cruises in the Caribbean, but it also feels like kind of funny, but
that is fun. Like how we're in an American sports car.
Yeah, I don't think anybody when they brought him in thought he was going to play as big a role as he has markets so there. And I think that's just him as a player, and that's the kind of person he is. He's a hard-doing guy that wants to make sure he does everything right. Up the air on the side. And he's playing in the cloud with the entry. Following the play, that's the story. Nice pass. Here's the cloud. Holding it to the slide. It's good to see him get going. He goes. He's a very tricky guy that gets a little confidence and he starts shooting the puck away he gets. Things are going to happen. What a pass there. Gets up there in front. He's got a couple guys with the winning the five. He's just kind of getting himself into that area. And then a nice little tough pass to the feet of the defender on the far side perfectly. Sharks will get it from Sloan. It's a quick amount of the power play right in front of the net for Lindbergh. And it's back to a 2-goal lead for the Sabres. 13:04 to go in the third. You see the drama pops off the line, goes back into the corner. Howard trying to slide down through to Sabres and he gets picked off. So Foley down low. He's a good guy on the wall. He does a nice job. And it's heated to the front of the net. On the back, they throw it back in the box. McLeod trying to play it back for him, and that pass is just picked off. Waiting to steal. From the corner, trying to center. Plays down again. Is it down? Yes. Well, I give the guy it's not a lot of guys too. They knew the situation. They knew how important that could be to kind of kick. And they had the opportunity to take that shot themselves. And they just carried it for a little bit. They might not be like that, but 2 more games, you're going to give him all the opportunity to win. But Clark and Flipper did a fantastic job of finally best team respects of the heart in the United States to the city. And it's following run from here down the stretch. As it finish up and seats from As he's got 2 goals and 4 assists in the last 5, and it should be a good one. Pittsburgh, we're Sidney Crosby and Kenny Malkin, and here we go, Jordan Staal. Once upon a time, the 2nd overall pick for the Pittsburgh Penguins. With the draw.
Welcome back. Our News of the Day video from you find people on the internet for your Tuesday. It is March the 10th. Normally we start at the top and bottom with that starts with you. 2 of my favorite jerseys in my entire collection are Iowa Heartlander jerseys. This one here featuring their main logo. I love the colors, I love the striping, everything about it is very nice. I also have the cream colored one with the rose on the front. And I have Iowa Wild jerseys and the Iowa Stars and various Iowa jerseys that tell you that either I'm from Iowa or I want to go there, and yet we've never gone to Iowa, never been there. But Iowa jerseys generally tend to be pretty nice. The problem is, the Iowa Heartlanders announced yesterday, shortly after the other news video I did yesterday went live, that they're suspending operations for the 2026-2027 season. So when teams go through this, they go through their restructuring, they try to figure out a way to make this work. Sometimes it can work. Other times it just doesn't. So I'm hoping that hockey in Iowa and the ECHL continues on because some of my favorite jerseys in my collection are teams that have played out of Iowa. And it's one of those fun things where, you know, there's these certain locations where I have jerseys where, like, I wish there were more teams in Cincinnati, to be honest. Because Cincinnati is a place, too, that I think is fun for hockey. And at any rate, hopefully the Heartlanders are back. It does mean that the Minnesota Wild, who use them as their ECHL affiliate, will likely share an affiliation with another team next year. It's not optimal when teams share an affiliation at the minor league level, but it is sometimes necessary, as it may very well be in this case. So, hoping the Heartlanders come back. There is the one, I think they have the black like this jersey, but with the rose on the front. I have not actually bought that one. I may have to. That one's just really nice. And again, you never know when a team's going to come back. I also don't have their white home jersey, but I'm not as concerned with that. All right, now we'll go to the top of the board, and with the game I went to last night. Now, the one goal that did count that went in the net with a goaltender in it, the thing that happened in the game last night almost didn't happen. The Canucks challenged for a hand pass. And it's silly. So the reason that the goal counted is because, yeah, it deflected off of his glove, but he didn't. It's not a hand. It doesn't give a team like a benefit if the deflection doesn't get. Well, they scored right away, so they did give them a benefit. But I think the rule just needs to be tossed out as is. I think hand passes. I'm not talking about closing your hand, but closing your hand with the puck is a penalty. I'm talking about just lobbing it over to a teammate. I think that should just be allowed in all 3 zones. I don't think it's going to dramatically change the game, and it is one of those vague rules. So I wasn't surprised when it still counted, and looking back, I'm kind of surprised it still counted because I might still be there watching the shootout because neither team played very well last night. That was something. When I'm not actually recording a review in the car on the way home because it doesn't occur to me to document what I just watched.
Money's tight, but I'm taking control.
Taking the lead. I'd like to move to dreaming.
Time to plan for the future.
Life's expensive.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not like when we go to a movie and I go from home and immediately do a review on the entertainment guy. It's kind of damning, just a little bit. So in that game last night too, James Reimer reported a shutout as Vancouver on only 16 shots. It was sad. It was really sad. So this is still a team that Reimer has shutouts with, which apparently got an NHL record with Schomburg and Pantella. So yeah, a lot of teams that he's had shutouts with, and so Reimer had one with the Sens last night, and good on Ottawa. Ottawa needed the win, gets them closer to the playoff line. The Canucks at this point, their season is done anyway, so I was not upset with the Canucks losing. In fact, I might have mumbled, good thing you guys won. Like, Sens fans were celebrating, apparently, and they have said, well, it is the Canucks. Yeah, they're supposed to win this game, so good on you. There you go. Buffalo Sabres are looking to set a franchise record tonight. If they do win tonight, that'll be their second 8-game winning streak of the season. And that would be a franchise first. So the Buffalo Sabres were leading their division this late in the season for the first time since 2010. Absolutely insane. But yeah, so hopefully Buffalo gets that 8-game winning streak as well. I love the way the team's playing, the confidence they have. It's a lot of fun to watch. So we've been asking about Alex Ovechkin and when the retirement will happen. And in talking to TJ Oshie, I think it's as close to an answer as we've got. And it does sound like Ovechkin himself isn't sure which way he's going to go after the season. So what he did say was that it is tough to keep up with young legs. He is turning 41 before next season. And it's true. As you get older, your body, I could do the treadmill every day for hours. And while I may have the stamina to play street hockey for hours and hours, in terms of the sprints, I can't keep up with guys in their early 20s if I do. And that's very likely the kind of thing Ovechkin deals with at this point in his career. We know that they're deciding on where he starts. He doesn't get defensive zone starts. He doesn't play as much as he used to. They're really managing his minutes. But what he also says is he doesn't want to play until his body's basically broken. I've met hockey players who have major issues and aches and pains and everything. I remember when I was talking to Mo LeMay one time that I met him, and we were talking about some of the veterans and alumni, and he was going over the various ailments that alumni have. Well, Ovechkin doesn't want that. He doesn't want to, 3 or 4 years after his career's done, still have back problems, have problems walking around. So he's basically saying as long as his body is good to go, he's going to play. But also for him, the game is really hard, and it is difficult to keep up as you get older. He is kind of letting us know after